Just a normal day. Editing. Got back from my run. Got this thing. Fun day. So it's not like I'm recording or anything, and then I actually have to make a video. That's so dumb. If that was really? God, okay. Well, let's get into the video. Hey, today I'm here to just talk about Kings Island history. Whew. Yeah, since this year was the anniversary for multiple rides, I'm excited just to make a video. And I don't know how we're going to start this. So I'm going to just say, if you are not subscribed to the channel, then don't subscribe. Because I will earn your subscription by the end of this video. And if I don't, you get all your money back guaranteed. That was stupid. I hated that I did that. Okay, well, Kings Island opened in the year 1972, which is pretty crazy. That's older than, not much, but older than the phone. The phone was 2007. What's I like how that was a terrible comparison. Oh God, I'm making myself feel old. That's bad if I make myself feel old. Okay, well, first section of the video, let's get straight into it. I would like to say thank you if you've seen the previous videos, first time to the channel. Hi, I'm the amusement parker. You're probably open with that, and I love making content. Let's go into it. The beginning. Ooh. Okay. So, Coney Island. Not the one in New York that you know, but there was one in Ohio. And it was built terribly. So bad, indeed, that... Okay, we're gonna do this for the rest of the video, because I'm really liking holding this thing. Okay, so basically, this popular park was 10 miles from downtown Cincinnati, which I found pretty interesting because Ohio was built super close to Cincinnati. It was right on the Ohio River. So what it did is every single time it rains, the river gets flooded. It's rain, water, more water. It's simple math. You should have gone to elementary school. But the major flood that happened that flooded the river, flooded Coney Island, and they had these troubles before. So in the year 1971, they decided to close Coney Island and then relocate the rides to a new place opened by Taft Broadcasting and the Six Flags Corporation called Kings Island. Kings Island was definitely facing some little bit of hardships, but they finally broke ground and opened in the year 1972. Only a year after Coney Island closed, but they began development before Coney Island officially closed. Yeah, so construction began in the year 1970, which really short time to build an amusement park, but 2 years. And something I'm going to get into is that what happened is they relocated the Coney Island, a lot of, two of the major rides from Coney Island up to Kings Island. And with the rest of them, you're going to find out in a little bit. But Taft became the Kings Island, Kiko. I forget what the E stands for, but Kiko. And the park ran like that till the year 1992. It didn't really become that. It was just what happened. Kings Island has gone through lots of whatever you want to say, weirdness, it hasn't stick to a common theme over time, like of who owned it. And Six Flags, like it's weird, but Keiko was kind of like Taft, and it was just kind of who replaced Six Flags. It's really complicated. I cannot explain this, but I'm gonna read exactly from my script here, because I have, sorry, these are my notes on the different lands. So there was 4 different sections of the park. Like most amusement parks, it's usually 4, 5 when they first open. And then they grow and grow. Yeah. But the first one was Oktoberfest, which was home to Bavarian Beetle, which was from Coney Island, and that was its major roller coaster. That was like, oh yeah, that's for the hardcores. That's from like, yeah, that's the equivalent to Orion nowadays. Trying to put it into, and it was themed to Germany. There was a sky ride, and like, there was deer spinning keggers. I cannot say that correctly. And Intamin spinning ride. It's not too complicated. Then we got to my personal favorite, Coney Island, now called the Coney Mall. And this has not changed that much since when it opened. It originally opened with Racer and a couple like little, it was exactly how it is now, just carnival rides. But Racer was it was the equivalent to like Beast. Pretty much everyone can ride it besides the little kids, and it was pretty popular. It's still there today. And that back then, it originally actually had the backwards section. So one would go backwards, one would go forwards, which I find pretty interesting. And then you have Rivertown, which major ride was either the railroad or the canoes, and there's also larger canoes. But the railroad is still there today, and you can actually, something I found out only recently, and you're going to be able to see in the video here, wherever I decide to put it. Move this out of the way. That video about my trip that I'm going on in 5 days to Kings Island. Just revisit. But you can, I just found out that the railroad takes you to Soak City. So in case you don't want to like go through all of that, it's pretty easy to just, hello, okay. I don't know. But then, Rivertown was the name of the place. I'm tired, man. But Rivertown, which is still here today, that is where Beast, Mystic Timbers, and Diamondback. I love Diamondback, man. I love Diamondback. That's such a fun ride. And then what is now Camp Snoopy / Planet Snoopy is the Happy Land of Hanna-Barbera, which gets into a little bit of a mix-up later on when we find out more about different stuff that happens way down the line. But that's main attraction was Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo is a great ride. That is now known as Woodstock Express, again, in the Planet Snoopy / Camp Snoopy area. Well, it's in Planet, but Camp Snoopy Planet, same thing. But this ride was named Scooby-Doo. Then it got changed to the Beastie. We need to sign a petition. In my bio, there is a petition. I'm joking, there isn't. But to change Scooby-Doo back to the Beastie, that's like best name. Because you had Beastie, Son of Beast, and Beast. I don't think they were owned, like, I don't think it was named Beastie at the same time Son of Beast was around. But still, that's pretty cool. I like that idea of, because it's a small wooden roller coaster. It's pretty nice. And there was a spinning teacups, the witches winning witches cauldrons, basic stuff. Again, the park first opened. It's not gonna have much. And then the Funky Phantom, which is known as Linus Beetlebugs, and Motor Mouse, which is rounded from Coney. And then my favorite ride, the Squiddly Diddly children's charter ride. Pretty fun. Okay, now we're out of what opened, and I don't go much into what happens with the rides, but I want to talk about some of the main important ones that I found to be so important, in fact, that it's honestly incredible. So, sorry. Okay. Sorry. Okay, sorry. I have to set up something. Again, I'm reading a script. Not really, it's notes, but in the year 1981, yes, a distant past, back in the years of roller skates, there was a ride that opened. The Bat. World's first suspended roller coaster and built by Airways. That's incredible. That was the first one, and definitely not the best. And it closed really quick. It's not even fair how fast it closed. But it was plagued with maintenance issues. Plagued with maintenance issues, and only lasted 2 years, up to the year 1983. And it was mostly because of wear on the track, because since I need my demonstration submarine. So I have to, if you watch my videos, you know I use this all the time, but you basically would go from having, let's say, this is your regular train. It doesn't swerve. They added a third dimension besides going straight and backwards. Now you can go sideways. So it would swing, and that's why it's called a suspended coaster, from a little thingamabobber. And it would swing back and forth. So when you go on tight turns, but that really wears down track because tracks weren't originally designed for that. Well, they didn't have that in mind for some reason. They didn't think, you know what we should do? Maybe think about what's going to happen when it kind of, I don't know, turns when it's supposed to. So that closed so quickly. But and then later on, and again, I'll get into it, man. Calm down. We'll get to Paramount. They opened the ride in 1993, Top Gun. I have that, yep, that's entire, thing in my notes. And then, we'll get to it. You'll understand later. And also, the Beast opened in the year 1979. It was the tallest, fastest, and longest roller coaster in the world. It's none of those now. It's the second longest, not the fastest. It might be the fastest. It's definitely not the tallest. But it set so many records, especially in the year 1979, when roller coasters were finally becoming what roller coasters are today. And there was actually people gathering around, and there was becoming enthusiasts. And what now has become the roller coaster community was built around in the late 70s to early 80s. That's when it was first built, because that's when companies finally had the great idea of, what if we break records, which then set off the race of the century? The Gigas, the Hypers, they went mad and crazy. Smiler, 14 inversions, throw everything that we have. They really went for that full goal. I'm not going to say if that really was the smartest decision, but it definitely made them what it is today. And I'm pretty happy about that. The Beast is still around. And again, I can't get a lot of footage on the rides. My GoPro, I have it right over here. God, my bags are crazy, man. I have it right here. It doesn't work. I bought a very, very, very shitty one. Hey, Parker, you need to bleep that word out. Yeah, you need to bleep that out. Fuck. You need to bleep that out. I forgot that I have a family-friendly channel, man. Oh, no. Oh, no. I can either re-record this, like, 13-minute clip, re-record the last minute and edit it, put work into what I'm doing for once, or bleep it out. I'm gonna do that one. Okay. And let's get into the next section. Paramount takes over. Okay. We're here. This is the moment all you nerds have been waiting for. Okay. In the comments down below, tell me if I should hold my mic like this, or like this, or keep it on its little, like, spindle thing, or any other ideas. Just put in the comments down below. Tell me what you think. I don't know. I kind of like holding it like this, but whatever you think. Sorry, I'm getting way off track. My mind just... But Paramount buys the park in the year 1992, an ancient faraway past, and purchased it along Kiko. So basically now it owns King's Dominion, Canada's Wonderland, and then some other park no one cares about. And they were formerly named the Paramount Parks, which became a new division of Paramount Paramount Company. And they would own some of the biggest amusement parks in North America. Now they're starting to rival Disney in how great they are, because they have Canada's Wonderland, which is peak, man. Peak. Can't get better than that. Well, besides everything else, but really, they're starting to build something special. So, in the year 1998, it renamed most of its rides and opened some great ones. They're still around today, such as Top Gun. Now, I mentioned Top Gun. If you skipped it, I'm sorry, man. You skipped the first 13 or so minutes of the video. I'm trying to get that watch time. I need to blur that out, too. I love this game. I love this game, man. YouTube sucks. Man, I'm just gonna take a quick break. YouTube sucks. I hate how they have blocked so many of my content. That's why I deleted that channel, started a whole new one, and that's what inspired me to create the Roller Coaster channel. But it was originally a movie channel, and I had a movie channel. All my content got taken down because it was just because of the movies I talked about, and they got really upset about it. I don't understand what's wrong with YouTube. Do they got anything going up there? Because I don't know if they do. But they opened the ride, which then after Paramount left, which we'll get into. Calm down, nerds. God, guys, like, you need to calm down, nerds. Okay. But once we get it, and then that was renamed the Bat, because Top Gun was exactly like the Bat. That's why. It was an homage. It was exactly like the same coaster design. And then they also had the Intamin Boomerang, known as Face Off. Based off, like, okay, Paramount, like, they had the bright idea of when they opened rides to make it off the most random properties, man. Top Gun makes sense. They also opened up a Tomb Raider ride, which again makes sense. The ride didn't make sense. I didn't really understand how that was kind of related. But I guess so. I can't, like, it's not, I can't control anything. But Face Off and the Italian Job, man. Those are like two of the, I didn't even know those movies existed. Until I started going to Kings Island. I learned about Kings Island and stuff. And I'm like, and the movies, like, they're good. Like, they're good. Like, Face Off has Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. Like, okay, I bet it's gonna be good. Weird, like, combination of people. It's kind of good. But the main heavy hitter, which most people probably remember the Paramount reign for, is Son of Beast in the year 2000. Unveiled in the year 2000. I was like, year 2000 was not when that opened. It marketed as a sequel to The Beast. A sequel, which was like weird. If that's a sequel, is The Beastie a prequel? We have the Beast theme park universe. That's such a weird. Okay, well, it became the tallest and the fastest and tallest and the fastest wooden roller coaster in the entire world. And guess what? It closed down in the year 2009. Yeah, so it was the first modern roller coaster to have inversion. It had a little whoop. And I do have a video on Son of Beast, so you can go watch that for more in depth about the history of that and how God that was meant to be screwed over from the start. But basically, some people got injured and like 2 people died. Kids, sad music. But they, people died, people got injured, so they took out the loop. And there were still problems with everything in the track and wise, because it kind of, like, it just wasn't really thought of how fast these carts were going, and they weren't well, like, thought of together. So then they closed in the year 2009, and in that spot, again, I have another video where I care here, whatever YouTube decides, I don't, but, those are, I have a video about what I think would be in that plot of land that used to be Son of Beast. Will take off, and you might see, Parker, Banshee already took a spot, man. You're so stupid. And what I would say to that is, fuck you guys. I gotta bleep again. But I hate you guys. Yeah, you're wrong. You're wrong, buddy. You're wrong. Even though Banshee did take up the spot, and you could find a memorial to Son of Beast. You dummy. There's so much land left. But there's a memorial if you ride Banshee. So when, like, the queue starts, not like when you first get in the queue, but at, like, the end of the graveyard section, and you first actually get into, like, the actual queue part, then you'll see this giant block that says Son of Beast 2001, 2009, or 2002, but then it has a fire, and they light it every morning and put it out every night. It's pretty cool what they do. And probably the other main contentment is Great Wolf Lodge opened in the year 2006, adjacent to Kings Island in December. Land formerly occupied by the Kings Island campground. Great Wolf Lodge, if you haven't been, you gotta go, man. It's great. My first water park, and I thought it was like, this was a pretty cool park. I was like, rock on! Yeah, that was pretty fun. And I do like the services. I just found it a tad bit aggressive, what they show in your face constantly. But this isn't a Great Wolf Lodge video. This is Kings Island. So, now we're going to get into the next section called Six Flags Takes Back the Park. Okay, guys. Okay. We're getting close to the end of the video. Six Flags Take Back the Park. Ready? This is like up to today. This is what 2007 to now. So yeah, 2007 to now. Let's go. Get right into it as soon as I put up my hair. Okay, sorry, we're back. So, 2007, the park was referred to its original name, Kings Island. It's nothing like an island boy, and I'm a going slang. So then, it was sold over to the Great Giants at Cedar Fair. Cedar Fair was like, okay, we get this now. And they also got every single Paramount park. And many rides lost their Paramount-inspired names as they were deemed themed. Face Off became Invertigo. Great ride. Top Gun became Flight Deck, which then became bad. Drop Zone became Stunt Tower. Drop Zone Stunt Tower became Drop Tower. Which then, again, like, Drop Zone, that random ass movie, like, Days of Thunder became Thunder Alley, Italian Job Stunt Track became Backlaw Stunt Coaster, Paramount Action FX Theater became Action Theater, and Tomb Raider the Ride became The Crypt, and that later closed and it's only open for, like, Halloween stuff. 2014, my personal favorite, it's like Diamondback and this, they're tied. At Kings Island, Banshee opened. Inverted roller coaster manufactured by Bulgar and Malabar, B&M. They do not miss, buddy. They do not miss. They're always peak. Okay, sorry. They're always peak. They don't have a bad coaster in their lineup. And this occupied where Sound Beast and Thunder Alley used to be, like that kind of area. And it became the longest inverted roller coaster. It still is. Was to date the biggest expansion to the park, which I've never understood how that was the biggest expansion, but whatever goes. Probably because it's huge. It's a big coaster. Then Flight Deck was renamed to the Bat as homage to the original Bat coaster that operated in the 1980s. Like, 2 years in the 1980s. Okay, now we got to 2020. Orion, a large steel Giga coaster from B&M. B&M. I love B&M. 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 I love B&M. Okay, sorry. Opened in July in the new Area 72 area right next to Flight of Fear. Such a great ride. I love Flight of Fear. Only ran it like 3 times though because the line. The queue, man. The line takes forever. Like, I can always get on a ride because that like has like 3 points during the day where no one's riding for some reason. It has like a 0-minute wait. And then it has the longest wait for the rest of the day besides Flight of Fear. But it was its biggest investment to this date at over $30 million. It's been its only really expensive beside Camp Snoopy. Yeah, that was our last major roller coaster. This came at a bad time though, because guess what happened at the time? Something not a lot of people knew about though. It barely affected anyone besides like amusement parks. It was a little disease. What's the name? I put it in the comments below. I forgot the name. It's like, it didn't affect anything in 2020. It was like so little. No one even like, it's not even major. Like, it didn't even like shut down anything. Like, it's so fucking unimportant. I need to bleep that. And then Cedar Fair merged with Six Flags which then became the 5th largest amusement park company. Woo! The Cedar Fair Corporation, I think is what Cedar, whatever it's called now, is bringing so many changes to what we have nowadays. Okay, so what I'm going to do is bring you into the conclusion, the outro, whatever you want to call it. And please don't skip away, man. Man, I need to watch top of that. And after, there's a blooper. So, like, if you really, really, really don't want to stay to the end, there's a blooper reel. Just do the watch time, okay? Man, I hate how YouTube works. Okay, well, let's go into the next part. Okay. Wow. I gotta tell you something, man. I really have to tell you something. Okay. So, I am recording this part of the video. And I just think to myself, this is going pretty well. And then my phone shuts off. Yeah, I had, I didn't have enough storage to finish the, clip. So, here we are refilming it. I hate my life. Okay. Where were we? Right. The end. Wow. So, I just want to wrap up my thoughts about what we learned about today and the overall situation of Cedar Fair and Six Flags. I think that this merger will bring so much fun into the amusement parks and really send it to something like it was in the 2000s, how everyone knows about the things, everyone goes to them, everyone enjoys them. And I hope also that Cedar Point stops giving all the love because it's the favorite child. Everyone knows it. And Kings Island gets some love. I hope 2026 it gets updated. And honestly, I really think this merger is going to be great. I made this video because I want to share my love for Kings Island, how it's the best. And the history of it is incredible. So, I just want to thank you and thank everyone watching this video. Thank you. Thank you a whole lot, you guys. You watched it. I know I suck and I know I'm cringe. But thank you. Thank you for watching it. And I really, really think that this was a good video. I'm going to edit now and see. But I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to send you into bloopers. So, the Beast was opened in 1979 and has been open till ow, God! Oh, my ceramic statue just fell on my foot. Cut. Oh. So, where's my submarine? Just a second, folks. So, what? Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I'll be back. My brother stole it. God, it's driving me crazy. I'm crazy. I swear to God. Oh, there. Okay, now my computer's working. Okay. Bye. I'm gonna refilm this. Just the regular. Where's my water? And why? Okay, so I was editing and refixing clips for a video. I forgot that I still have my headphones in for the beginning. Yeah, and I forgot the water. Today's video is gonna be a really long video. Put in the comments if today's video was a really long video. Because just seeing from my bloopers alone, this was going to be a long video. I'm tired.